crafters, welcome into Guys Craft 2. My name is John, and I hope you all have had an amazing weekend and that things are going well for you. And for you that are off tomorrow, yes. And for those that have to work, understand. Actually, this is the first year our company is giving Veterans Day as a holiday. In the past, it's been a floating holiday. So very excited, but I feel like I have just been running and cannot catch my breath, cannot get caught up. And then I realized it was only a week ago that I was sitting on a plane just trying to get back to Phoenix. So I hate to tell you, when I say the vacation was a distant memory, it really has been. Work has just been off the hook. There's been so much going on. And you know what? It is what it is. I mean, I am thankful and happy with the life I have, but I will tell you, it has just been too crazy. Um, so, hey, Russ, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Russ says the hour earlier is he's not having that. But actually, that means we could just stay on an extra hour, right? You get an hour more of John time or a less wait for John time. Hmm. Hey, Inez, welcome in. Thanks for being here tonight. BBMK from Phoenix is in the house. Thanks for being here. She missed the Halloween sale at 35th, which is, she's probably happy she missed the sale, but I mean, when the prices are good, you got to grab them. Sorry about that, guys. Jen's here. Hey, Jen, welcome. Thanks for being here. Charlotte is in the house as well. Hey, Stephanie, thanks so much for joining tonight. Lord have mercy. I put my glasses on. Math Geek is here. Hey, Math Geek. Hey, Sally. I hope things are going well for you in California. And so let's see. Okay, so crazy. So, just a lot going on, guys. Tomorrow, don't forget, for those that are off, are able to join from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., I will be having my holiday quilting bee. So please join. It will run from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Arizona time, because we're the only state that doesn't play with the clocks, but yet it still messes us up because everybody else does. So, but it'd be 8 to 11 my time tomorrow. We will have some giveaways. Kelly from Kelly Cruises is joining me for a little bit. And then Katie from the Greenland Quilter will be on with us tomorrow as well. So we have a couple of guests dropping in, sharing some thoughts, having some fun together. And then we will actually have some giveaways. I have giveaways stashed away in the back. So we'll be doing some prizes and giveaways as well. And then look for an announcement on Tuesday for the next holiday quilting bee, which will be Thanksgiving. It's hard to believe we're 2 weeks to Thanksgiving. And in fact, the other day, I actually ordered some Walmart groceries, and I thought, if I don't buy a turkey breast and at least buy stuff to make my dressing, because in the South we call it dressing, not stuffing. If I don't buy the stuff to make my dressing, a few other things, I may not get it. So I ended up grabbing that stuff, and I am pretty close to having everything I need to make a Thanksgiving meal. And but it's just, I'll be honest, I am just having a hard time getting my mind around it. Hey, Jackie, thanks for being in with us tonight. So lots to catch up on, guys. So much has been going on. So much is happening. It's hard to believe it has been a week since I was on the Virgin cruise. Yes, I had a blast. I went out of Miami, spent a day on the ocean. From the ocean, came back to Key West. We spent a day docked at Key West. Then we pushed down to Bimini Beach, which I believe is like a Hilton resort. But I guess Virgin's worked out some deal to have part of the island, part of that. So we ended up spending some time down there. We had a great time. Hey, Katie Crafts, thanks for being here tonight. So we had a great time. It was so nice. Met so many nice people. Just really unwound. I drank some rum punch. Yes, I did. I will tell you, I am not a fan of sugary drinks. I'm really trying to watch my carbs and cut back, and I've been pretty successful this year. And anything really sweet just kind of gets to me, especially if I have more than one. And I probably did have more than one on the cruise. I did discover chocolate martinis. Martinis kind of became my friend for a little bit. And then I got introduced to mudslides, and apparently mudslides are made with Bailey's, and Bailey's has a new s'mores liqueur out, and that toasted marshmallow in that mudslide, and when it's in the Caribbean and it's 90 degrees, it just really all landed very well. So that was great. Spent a lot of time just laying at the pool and just enjoying the opportunity to be able to get away and just do things for John. No work email, no phone calls, and just some truly downtime. But I will be honest, I have missed you guys. It's just not the same. I've become so dependent upon having this channel, having you all join in, having the chat that is just always so great. It is. It was really a big miss last week for me. I will be honest. But vacation went great. Came right back into work. Work was off the hook, as you might expect. And then I ended up in Flagstaff in northern Arizona for 3 days for a work retreat that I drove into snow on the roads, to snow in the woods, to it's snowing all day on Thursday, waking up to 21-degree weather. And my body's like, are you kidding me? Like, were we not just in the ocean and on the beach? And um, big shock for my body and just for life in general. But you know what? It's what pays the bills, and it's what makes life happen for me. So it's all good. But I have spent this weekend taking down Halloween decorations. I have been putting up Christmas decorations. I um, I have no idea what I'm doing with Christmas this year. I plan to do some decorating. I am probably not going to do all 15 Christmas trees like we've done in the past. Definitely will be cutting back there. I have scheduled permanent outdoor lighting to be installed. They're coming Thursday to do that. So I am pretty psyched about that. So I don't have to worry about getting up and down on ladders or none of that craziness moving forward. I don't have to worry about when do I take the lights down, all of that kind of stuff. And so that will be fun. Um, and this actually plays to an app. You can sync music to it. It's all kinds of craziness. So that's going on Thursday, Friday next week. So I'm pretty psyched and excited about that. I love Christmas. I love Halloween. So this is just my time of the year for holidays. Russ says he hasn't heard about a mudslide in 34 years, and please don't do the math on that. If Russ knew me as well as he does, he knows I couldn't do the math if I wanted to. It's getting time for Christmas, Inez says. Yippee. I am so ready. And I just realized the other day, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to take the stuff out of the closet and start going through it because I buy Christmas literally year round. So I need to get that done and get that out so I can assess and make sure I have everything I want. I have 3 quilts that I have got to get quilted and then get the binding done. So I am hoping next weekend to do the quilting at least on one of those. And then I'm hoping Thanksgiving week that I'll be able to get those, all 3 of those done, boxed and ready to go out. I will tell you, my labels came. So I told you I was ordering custom labels. I have now Guys Craft 2 labels that I can put on my quilts when I bind them. It's got washing instructions on the back. I've ordered from this company before. I have the Quilting Guys labels as well, but I really like the color. I really just like the pop of these labels. They did a nice job. I got them through Amazon. They literally printed and shipped them within probably 36 hours. So I don't know that it was quite 24 hours, but it was pretty quick. And then they but it did take about 10 days. So I'm assuming they must have came in from China or somewhere like that. But kind of excited to have personalized labels that I can put on the quilts going forward. Hey, Jeannie, thanks for being here tonight. Ines says it's just finished 6 reading pillows for the kitties. See, I mean, this is just the fun time of year for us to get to do what we enjoy doing, what we love doing, getting things put together. I don't know. It's just such a awesome time of year for me. Even people's general attitudes just typically get better being around them and that. So that even makes it exciting for me. I will say I am working on, I'll show you in a few minutes, Nevada. I finished this quilt top. I decided it needed a border, so I'm going to do that tonight while I try to sit here and chat. And don't forget tomorrow, if you're doing the sew along with us, it's Farmhouse Blues. You could also work on any and everything that you want, but I really did want to do something patriotic since it was Veterans Day. So I will tell you, this took a lot more cutting than I realized. I did get it all cut out today. It finishes out 60 by 75 if you don't put the optional border on. If you do put the optional border, it's 72 by 87. It does take 14 back quarters along with your background fabric, optional border if you want it in the binding. So it is the Villa Rosa design. It is a quilt of valor, meets their requirements, and it is called Farmhouse Blues. So that's what I will be working on tomorrow. The issue was, if you notice, there's a lot of red and blues in here, and I thought I had a good color combination to get that done. I really didn't. I had more blues. It's amazing to me the amount of blue fabric that I have because I don't dislike blue, but like blue's not my go-to color. So my favorite color is purple. So you will find a lot of purple lying around my in my fabrics and that. But anyways, I decided we have a store called Bob's. It's a little variety store, but they do have some really nice quilting fabric. And they also, because I belong to the Quilt Guild, give me a 15% discount at all times. So I don't have to wait necessarily for a sale, although they did have a sale this weekend or this month that I ran into. But I ran down because I thought, well, I'll grab some red, a couple other pieces of red, and literally just bought a 1/4 inch yard because it was enough that I could get it through the AccuQuilt and help finish out what I needed. And then, oh my God, you know what happens? I found this. This to me was the most adorable fabric. So yes, thank God I get a 15% discount. So I had to grab that today because it was like, I don't know. It literally jumped in the basket. It was the strangest thing ever. I bought 2 yards of it. I have no clue what I'm going to do with it or when I'm going to do anything with it. But I just loved all the colors in it, all these crazy women, all these hairdos. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I just fell in love with that. So that silly piece of fabric jumped in my cart. And then I happened to walk by the clearance rack and they had batiks um, on sale because these were close to end of bolt, you could tell, but they were $5 a yard. So I had to grab a yard of each. Although I have done very, very, very little work with batiks, I have not pieced an entire quilt with batiks yet. So I would like to do some things with batiks, and I have some others sitting on the shelf. But I thought, you know what, for $5, why would I pass that up? I mean, it's just, now that fabric's what, 14, $15 a yard. And then the lady tells me today, she goes, they're having another price increase in January. And I'm like, okay, could you just quit telling me? Because it's not like I need any more motivation to buy more fabric. I have 3 bookshelves full now and 15 bins full of kits. So I really don't need more fabric, but it just happens. So just crazy. Stephanie says nothing wrong with having lots of blue. I agree. It's just funny. It's just somehow I've ended up with so much blue fabric. I don't understand. I've got a lot of Christmas. I got a lot of Halloween fabric. I have way too much Halloween fabric. And I certainly didn't need to buy 4 more kits. But I have no idea. It's just funny that it's not a go-to color for me. So it's funny that I have so much of it. But I do, I don't dislike blue. Sally says she agrees with Stephanie. Jackie DVD Stitch Art, thanks for being here. Um, if I could say that name, Designs, love it. You're right. It's Lorelli. Sorry, what's worse is the woman at the store that was cutting the fabric pronounced the name, and she goes, "Oh my God!" She said, "Don't you just love these?" I was like, "No, I didn't realize." I'm still learning designers and that. Outside of Tula Pink and a few of them, I don't. I know Michael and a few of them, but that's it. Um, Lori Lay. Lori Lay is what we're going to try to go with. But yes, I fell in love with that. I happened to walk by. It was just crazy. I wasn't even looking. I was strictly looking for red fabric. Yeah, see, Inez says it would have jumped in her box, her basket too. See, Sally says $5 a yard is a score. Yeah, I just couldn't pass it up. I mean, it was just crazy. BBMK says she's wondering if 35th will increase. I don't think the stores are probably going to have a choice. I think the manufacturers are the ones that are setting the prices. So, again, I think they'll increase their prices, but we probably just have to watch for the sales. And thank goodness our store called 35th has the black bag, which really makes a huge difference. Bob's today actually had some clearance 108 fabric at $9 a yard, and I ended up grabbing 3 more yards actually for this Quilt of Valor. It was a red and black type check that I thought would really look nice on the Quilt of Valor that I'm doing. Hey, Jean, thanks for being here. Jackie says she has lots of her prints. Yeah, I think that's the first that I've bought of her, but I can tell you it probably will not be the last because I love anything comic like that. I don't know. We just need to be able to. I like things that make me smile. I have enough stress in my life. I have enough stress at work. I want something that just makes me smile and sometimes giggle a little bit. That's okay too. All right. So what else was on my list? Cruise, work, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving. So yes, Stephanie and I are making an announcement on Tuesday morning about the Thanksgiving holiday quilting bee. So if you would look for that, it will come out at 4:30 a.m. My time on Tuesday morning. I purposely waited to make sure that it doesn't get confused in with the holiday quilting bee tomorrow. So, but all the particulars and everything that you need around the holiday quilting bee for Thanksgiving will be that day. So hopefully you all will be able to join then if you're not able to join tomorrow. And hopefully some of you can join both. Jackie says, I bought a Tula kit on clearance today. You go. Is amazing. I tell you what, I love Tula. I now have 2 drawers full of Tula. I'm still kind of being very conservative about what I want to do with it. Adam Sews has absolutely ruined me because he's encouraged me to get some of that. He makes such gorgeous bags out of the Tula, but I don't know that I can do that. But we'll figure it out. I know I can do whatever I set my mind to. Just got to be willing to. Sherry says, love her design. I do too. Again, I think it's because I like Tula Pink and all the crazy hot pink, lime green, orange, just all those what I would consider more non-traditional colors, I think is why I enjoy Tula so much. And then when you look at these other designs with Lori, they're very more traditional type colors, but yet she does mix in so many brights in there. And then just that cartoon look of the ladies and the hairstyles and all that just brings a smile to my face. Star cluster design with Everglow is what Jackie says. And Jackie says she buys Tula for the granddaughters. Yeah, I can imagine. I bet the granddaughters just love Tula. So I am working on Nevada. I'm only going to probably get 2 strips on tonight, but this is a quilt that I started a while back. It is done. It's actually all squared up, but I really wasn't happy. It came out smaller than I realized it was going to. So because of that, I've decided that I had just bought a bolt of purple violet, and I decided, you know what? Why don't you put borders around that, and that will give it square it up, make it a little bit firmer to me. It's just the fabrics. I did not pick this fabrics. This is a kit that I did buy from um, Villa Rosa Designs. I love the fabrics. I love the colors. I love the pop that's here. But then when I look at it, it's like, wow, that's just so busy. I personally believe that this pattern needs a border, although they don't even suggest it optionally. But again, as you know, it's our quilt. We can do what we choose to. And I choose to put a border on. So that is what I am going to work on tonight. Jackie says most of the Tula prints can be interchanged. Yeah, I'm learning that. Mine is that I've paid so much money, I don't have tons of it, and I'm being really choosy about which patterns and what work gets done with that. So I just don't know yet. And I wouldn't mind doing a Villa Rosa. Y'all know I like Villa Rosa, but I just feel like Tula deserves something a little bit more complicated, but complicated may mean it just never gets done. So we will see. But I want to sew a couple of borders on tonight to at least show you all I do know how to sew. It may have been a long time. May have been a long time since I have made this machine run, but um, little Juki and I are getting along very well. I love my new collector's edition. I actually, she, he got oil today. He got a new needle. So hopefully he will sew out very nicely tonight and help keep life spinning and life going the way it should. So, just as an FYI, I do plan to be in Star Valley for Thanksgiving for those couple of days. That's where that holiday quilting bee will be coming from, and we will see how that works out. So, see, to me, that just wow, sorry guys, that's just what this quilt needed. It needed that border to help kind of block it in. And yes, I did put a 6-inch border on it again because I was trying to get a little bit more size to this, and I didn't want to put a small inner border and then do another outer border. I just didn't. I thought that would get too busy for me in my mind because I feel like this is already so busy as it is. So I decided just to do one large border. So that will take care of that. So let me get this side on. And so yesterday I managed to go to our quilt club. Um, here in the community. I had not seen some of those ladies forever. It's really been kind of sad. And it's just because work's been so crazy. And then I've got so much I want to do. And then I want to try to run to the park home and get up to Shady Pines. And so it's really kind of sad because I feel like I've really kind of neglected my opportunity and time there. And anyways, got to go there yesterday, spend some time with them. They are just an amazing bunch. I got to see several of the women that I have not seen. I don't think some of them I've seen all summer since I bought the park home and that. I didn't stay. I did not take my machine yesterday because I was like, ladies, I've got to take thanks or Halloween down. I still have Halloween. So I had to come home and take Halloween down. So I did get that done yesterday and get Halloween put away. And thankfully this year I had decided not to do put the Halloween trees up in that, knowing I was going on the cruise. But by the time I put the Halloween away yesterday and ran to the storage unit and dug some things out of the storage unit, it was just a long day. And then I realized, oh my gosh, you haven't cut or decided on anything for your live tomorrow. So you better pull something out for that. And then even better, I realized not only had you not done anything for your live, you haven't got the fabrics for your holiday quilting bee on Monday. So I just had a lot to get done yesterday. And so needless to say, not all the holiday stuff is up and out yet, but it will be. Rest assured, my house will be decorated for the holidays. So I really think these borders are going to make this so much better. I will trim this up and work on the other ones, but I'm not going to do that during the live tonight because I'd much rather just kind of chat and catch up. Charlotte says that purple border is going to be awesome. And again, I'm a purple person, right? So that's why I ended up just buying a whole bolt of that purple. I thought, you know what? It's cheaper sometimes just to buy it by the bolt. Sally says she likes borders on her quilt. It's her preference. I will tell you, Sally, it's kind of interesting you say that because it seems like everything I did when I first started, which has only been 2 years ago, guys, um, I had everything had borders. So I was either doing panels and putting borders on, or just something pretty simple cuts and putting borders on. So I got real used to them, and then I really tried to get away from putting borders on because I felt like I was just being very repetitive in that everything was coming out just exactly the same because you keep putting a border on and keep putting it this way. So I've tried to do a few without borders, but I will say, Sally, I agree with you. I just think borders make the quilt look better. And Ina says the same thing. I like borders. It makes the quilt look finished. I agree. So, like I said, they didn't call for that on there, but I think that quilt is so busy that it needs something to collapse it. And then they gave me the craziest floral pattern to do the binding with, which I'm probably still going to use because I really do like it. I left it in the other room. I really do like what they sent to do the binding. But again, I think it would have been lost on all of that busyness if I hadn't put the border on. Ina says, yes, looks perfect. Thank you. Oh, Sally says she's not had her machine out for a bit. She's been crocheting. I do need to get the machine out. Yeah, I agree. Girlfriend, you need that machine out. You've got enough time now and you're back from seeing family and that. We will keep you busy. I have, unfortunately, I have decided I really would like to crochet at night while I'm sitting watching TV. And so I actually got all my threads out, got my hooks out, got a couple of patterns out, and it sets so long by the sofa for me to get started that it ended up back in the closet. And I'm like, okay, the whole point was for you to set and keep busy at night because I do. I'm just one of those ADD people, and I like to be busy, and I really need to keep my hands busy because if not, my hands want to do other things, and I don't need. I don't need to continue to add to that. Jackie says that looks better. It pulls everything together. Thanks, Jackie. I totally agree. Sally, it's funny if you could see that purple in actual. I hope that it comes across the screen really well because it is. It is just. It's the grapiest type of purple. It's just. I don't know. I just fell in love with it when I saw it, and that's what um, I just grabbed it. Oh, I know. So she's knitting socks. Look at that. Mm. I have never knitted socks. I have done knitting before, but I really never accomplished anything knitting. Crochet just seemed to suit me better. I've done cross stitch. I did a lot of cross stitch when I was younger. My mom, I guess, was big into cross stitch for a while, so I did a lot of cross stitch stuff. Um, I don't know anymore. Cross stitch. All of it gets to focused for me, I guess, because I really hate wearing my glasses. I'm getting used to wearing glasses because if I want to see things, I have to wear my glasses. Although my doctor keeps telling me what great vision I have, and I'm like, but dude, I can't see anything without my glasses. But that's fine. Um, I do I do enjoy doing just things that will keep both hands busy. Oh, I noticed this. I put them on the Christmas tree at the grocery for little kids. I think that's awesome. I will tell you one of the things that I love that our community here does. So it's interesting because our one of our team members just reached out the other day because the company itself does, has an angel tree and brings in, all these angels and that for us to adopt and that for the holidays. And they asked me the other day and said, did you want to adopt an angel? Because a lot of them are adopting two and three each. And I said, actually, I don't. I don't ever want a child not to have a good Christmas. I hope they all do, and I think there's a lot of us that focus on children for the holidays. Outside of Bob's, our variety store here, they actually have a veterans Christmas tree, and it's adopt a veteran. And there's just so many veterans that are just hurting, just have never gotten the support, never came home the way they should have, and so because of that, I just really feel tugged in my heart to adopt several veterans every year. And I just think it's just such a great opportunity for some of those guys and gals that never got recognized and appreciated like they should. So my angels always end up being a few veterans that I nab off the tree. Sorry, I have no idea why my Amazon device started just playing Christmas music in every room. So if you heard that, that's what that was. So yes, we do rock out. I have a Amazon device in every room. They're all connected. They control all my lights and plugs. Every one of my Christmas trees is connected to Amazon, and then because of that, I have a speaker set up that I can play music through through the devices, so I can hear the same song playing in every room. Katie Craft says, I copy my cross stitch patterns at a larger size so I can see them. See, that's probably what I would need to do if I went back to cross stitch. Um, like I said, I can't even get the crocheting going again. And I have literally 6 bins full of yarn that I bought that I have yet to get to. Jen says, Inez always have socks on the needles. Oh, look at that. Um, So, yes, so just amazing. Just so much going on, so much opportunity. I hope you guys have had an amazing weekend. I hope things have been busy for you all. Like I said, I have just really missed getting to be here and getting to be together. I am still working on all of this, but I did get all my half square triangles pressed out. Now I need to piece them together. So that is one of the other projects I wanted to work on tonight versus running over to the ironing board and trying to do that. Um, I did get a lot of things accomplished with the. Oh no, my thread came undone again. Work on that. Me and little Juke over here, I can tell you. All right, so let me thread my needle, and I will continue to talk. So it has been. I don't know. It has certainly been a change of pace getting back home. I will tell you, the weather, it's just crazy to me how quick our weather changes. I'm not happy about that. I moved to Arizona because I like hot weather. Now, I will admit, I do get tired like just anybody would with 118 degrees in that. But all of a sudden to start getting, we don't have the problem in Arizona is it's, I swear it seems like we don't have seasons. We go from either really hot, all of a sudden it's cold. It was so cold the other morning, I guess it was yesterday. I had to actually get up and turn the heat on for a little bit. And yes, I am that big a baby. I just I'm cold if it's under 78 degrees. So I prefer to keep it around 78, and that makes me very happy. So we will see how that goes. All right, so let me see if I can get this going again. It's like, dude, really? Why would you do this to me during a live? This needle never comes unthreaded unless I'm on live for some reason. It's like it knows everybody's going to be watching. That's why I don't have my camera tilted down where you all can see closely what I'm doing. Because I know some of you would go, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that he threads that way or he does that." And that's okay. We all have our system. We all have what works for us, and that's what makes sense for me. All right, so there's that threaded again. So let's see if we can run this back through this way. Make sure that I run it back through correctly. So I'm sewing this the way it needs to be. I will tell you, I was talking to one of the ladies at Quilt Club yesterday, and I was like, I didn't think I would ever get these half square triangles done. This pattern called for 142 half square triangles. And I was like, oh my God, it's just going to take forever. Plus, I had never really done half square triangles. So just, just a lot of processing going on in my mind. And then one of the ladies at Quilt Club yesterday, she goes, yeah, one of the first quilts I worked on had like 700 half square triangles. And I was like, okay, I won't say anything, but it's like, oh my gosh, girlfriend. I mean, just killing me. But I so love this pattern. I think this is going to be so cute. And again, it was all in the purples and that. This was a pre-cut I bought from the Quilt Company, and I think they're in California. And so I had just grabbed one because I had never bought one. I thought it might be fun to see what their pre-cuts look like. But as I fooled with it and have been, working with it, I realized I think I would rather just do my own pre-cuts from now on. I spent a lot of money with AccuQuilt, so instead of buying kits, I really need to spend more time using my AccuQuilt and getting things done with it. I need to join a few more groups, and it's the patterns that um, seem to be lacking for me. I am an AccuQuilt member. I ended up joining their registration site and that because, there's just so much I want to do, and they've got some cool appliques and that I want to get out there and get done. And I will. But again, it just takes time, just takes effort, just takes opportunity. And I tell you what, with working full time and doing everything else, there are just days that I go, wow, I just want to go home. I know Russ had said something a few, God, I guess in the summer, maybe, may have been as far back as April or something, where he was going to try to sew 30 minutes every night. I don't know that came to fruition. And I thought, you know what a great idea. How exciting. That's probably something I need to work on. And yet I didn't. I will tell you coming up for me, we'll get through the month of November, which seems to be flying by very fast. I will start doing daily postings in December. So I will still have my we'll still have our weekly roundup on Sundays, just like we always did. But what you can't see, well, you can kind of. Uh, Once again, I bought the Missouri Star Quilt Christmas box. So I will do my unveiling um, in the afternoon after I know Jenny and them have posted theirs. There's lots of us that do the unboxing and that with Missouri Star Quilt. I've done it the last 2 years that I've had it. You're free to watch mine, watch somebody else's. With me, you're going to get some type of an opinion. But I ended up buying that box for me for Christmas. I've had it the last couple of years. I like the box. I think Missouri Star does a really nice job. And so, as such, I decided to yet make that investment one more time, even though I keep convincing myself that I am going to cut back on those type of boxes. Keepsake Quilts also did a box. I did buy Keepsake Quilts. I did like their box last year. I know a lot of people were very unhappy with it because they did a lot of strawberry and kind of summer themes in their box. So supposedly they've gone back to doing more Christmas theme. I kind of liked the idea because if I'm opening something on December 5th, it's not like I'm going to get it done in time for that Christmas. And I kind of liked having projects that I could work on starting, in January. And so, anyways, I bought that. So I will be doing a separate video for that, so you can watch or not watch that one if you want. And of course, I absolutely had to go back and buy Monique's at um, Open Gate Quilts. I am a Monique fan. I am a fan of Open Gate Quilts. I have yet to meet Monique. We have never spoken. I'm not sponsored by her in any way whatsoever. But for some reason, most things that she picks and puts together just really resonates with me. I will say hers is, I think, the most expensive box that I bought. And I think hers is only for 13 days. I think it's the 13 days of Advent. But I really have liked her box. Last year's when she did the one called Tilted Presents and had that banner, long banner going down the wall, and then she ended up because she got such great feedback doing a quarterly club for that. And yes, I joined the quarterly club too. And no, I have yet to do the first Tilted Presents, but you know what? That will happen. Just like all those projects behind me, they are going to happen one day. I just don't know when and I don't know how. Well, I know how, I just don't know when, but we will get to them. We will make them work. All right, I have been rattling on and I know I have completely missed some chat. So let's go back and see where I am at. Wow. Sally said she crocheted some cute pumpkins and a couple small Christmas trees. More to do. I also crochet at night with the TV on. See, yeah, I want to do fun projects like that. I realized putting Halloween away today that one of the ladies had made me. She actually did it on with her embroidery module, but made me the old Kleenex box cover. I remember doing those with needlepoint and that. She had done me one for Halloween last year. Somehow I missed it in getting out my Halloween stuff, so I didn't get to enjoy having that out this year. But I definitely will have it out next year. I really like those crochet, not the crochet, but the Kleenex boxes. Hey, Katrina, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. Happy Veterans Day weekend. Russ says 78. I guess you should never visit me. I prefer 68. Yes, no, I don't prefer anything. Um, I prefer something that starts with an 8, but I will settle for something that starts with a 7. Inez says right now it's 1 Celsius and a fierce north wind blowing. So I've never understood Celsius. The only thing I understand is 0 is freezing and 100 is boiling. And so I know if you're telling me 1 Celsius, that's about 34 degrees or so Fahrenheit. And no, that's awful. They made fun of me at the retreat this weekend because I packed 7 sweatshirts and hoodies for 3 days, along with a Nautica parka that I had because I knew it was going to be so cold, but I didn't know how cold it would be in the meeting rooms. So I took layers so I could have heavy sweatshirts or the thinner sweatshirts, depending on what the need was throughout the day. Sally agrees with Russ. Um, Oh, Katrina says 30, 40. Wait until you have to do 800 plus. Yeah, it just blows my mind, right? And I look at some of these quilts and I'm like, that's what you want to do. Russ sent me today a picture of a quilt he was working on and doing long arm. It was absolutely gorgeous. I love the pattern, love the colors that he picked. It was a beautiful quilt top. But I sit and think, wow, that's where I hope to be in a few more years. I have to keep reminding myself I've only been doing this 2 years, and first year took me forever to figure out even what machine I wanted, how to hold this thing called a 1/4 inch. I had no idea how important a 1/4 inch seam is. I mean, it just sounds, in my mind, it still sounds silly. and I have learned so much about why that quarter inch is so important. So yes, I would like to get into more complicated patterns. I will say I do wish when I first started that someone had told me about Villa Rosa and said, hey, they've got some really simple patterns. They use some big blocks. They use, blah, blah, blah. I think would have helped build my confidence much earlier. I've kind of had to reset myself a couple of times. And as such, I'm just now getting to um, where I'm at. Uh, Katrina says it's pouring here. I hope it stops before Gabby has to go out for the last time tonight. It's so crazy. I was talking to Stephanie today, and she is such a sweetheart. And one of the things I was telling her, like, it's so funny. You forget about the difference in weather across the country. And rain was my example because I know I'll talk to my daughter in Virginia, and she'll make a comment that, it's been raining here for the last 4 days. Everything's getting flooded. We're just tired of being wet and soggy. And I'm like, oh yeah, it does rain in the like because we it's so seldom that we get rain. It's just I don't know. It's just funny how we don't you forget about what happens outside your area. As an example, we have a place called Snowbowl up in northern Arizona, which is our ski resort. And they actually opened this weekend, which was 2 weeks before schedule, because they've had enough snow and cold weather up there that they've made enough snow because they obviously make their own as well, that they were able to open the lifts and that early. So, how nice for them. I think that's amazing. And I hope it brings in great revenue for the state. But you will never see me in Snowball. I can tell you that. If you do, it would be in the summertime, not in the wintertime. And certainly not for snow skiing. All right. Sorry, guys. Just trying to make sure I did this right. All right. So, what else? It seems like we have so much to talk about. And then I feel bad because I'm like, okay, now they're all going to be bored with me tomorrow with a holiday quilting bee. But I hope you all are able to join if you're home, you're retired, if you have time. I'm very fortunate. Our company actually just added that into the contract. It has been a floating holiday for the company for years. And in 23, they actually added it to the union agreement. And so this is actually our first official year having it as an organization. And I kind of wasn't that thrilled about it when they did it because I was like, yeah, I'd rather have a holiday other times of the year. We've got so much that happens this time of year with Thanksgiving, with Christmas, with New Year's, all of that. And then I can tell you right now, I just so need it. So I'm really kind of excited that I am off tomorrow. So I will be off. I plan to play all day. And I will face real reality next week because I do have to go to the office Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. I've got to be home Friday. My housekeeper comes who's not going to be happy with me, even though I haven't been here. It looks like a cyclone went through here. I did do the floors um, Friday, I think. Yeah, Friday afternoon, I did the floors, did the vacuum, did the mopping and that because I have hardwood everywhere. And then did try to change sheets, change the bedding, did all that kind of stuff. But I just feel like my house is flying, and it's going to stay that way probably for another week or two until I get all the holiday decorations out. And once I have that, then I'll feel settled. I've got to wrap presents, and I'm one of those crazy people that when I wrap presents, I have to wrap them with bows and ribbons and all that kind of stuff because they just look prettier under the Christmas tree. So yes, I do it for me, not necessarily for the person that I'm gifting. Um, Charlotte says, I have a hunter star quilt all cut out with my AccuQuilt that I'm sewing gradually since I have until June to get it done. You know what? Even if you just sew a couple of pieces every day, that's what works. That's what I want to get to where I'm not on a schedule. That's why, different ones have said, maybe family members love to say, well, you could make this for us, you could make that for us. The easy answer is yes, I could do a lot of that. But right now, I'm doing what I like, what appeals to me. And you may be fortunate enough to get gifted something. And if you do, you should just say thank you and be grateful. So my daughter keeps reminding me that she hasn't got the quilt that she wants yet, which she hasn't really made up her mind what design and that she would like. And then I did finish cutting out the new Hot Wheels kit that I bought for my grandson because he is huge. Two things makes my 5-year-old grandson just squeal, and that is Hot Wheels. He loves his Hot Wheels, and he likes Spider-Man. So for Christmas, Riley Blake just came out with the new Hot Wheels collection. So I did grab that. I did get a cut this weekend. Now I've got to piece the borders together. So I got that far, and then I was like, I don't feel like cutting a 58-inch board, piecing it, cutting it down. So I will do that maybe tomorrow. I hope. I keep saying, tomorrow's going to be a very short day. I've got 3 hours doing the holiday quilting bee with you all. Then I want to get the Hot Wheel quilt done. Then I want to get the other quilt done, and then I want to try to so it's like I don't set always realistic expectations because I just have so much I want to do. And then I will tell you, then it's like, but I'd also like to run to the gym and also like to go to the pool. I haven't been to the pool here in the complex for since early October. And so I really did enjoy being on the beach and the pool and that on vacation. And it's like, why don't you do that more at home? Because you need to do that. You need to exercise. You need to help with your physical fitness. So I know that mentally. And then I look and go, oh, no, I should be sewing this. I should be working on that. And I laughed because somebody the other day told me, said, "Oh, I just love your YouTube studio, your room. It looks so organized and blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, yeah, it's the way I point the camera. Because if you saw right now the long arm room where I used to broadcast from, it's pretty pitiful. And so, yeah, we won't be doing any recordings or nothing out of there anytime soon because I do like organization. And it is just the way my mind works. But it just seems like there's been so much; it's almost felt overwhelming. And so I take care of myself. I do what I think makes sense for me, what I can do as far as work-life balance, and the rest of it I don't worry about because I do. I will say, and I encourage my daughter all the time. I remember trying to keep a clean house, trying to do this and trying to do that. And I encourage her to say, you know what? Instead, spend the time with your kids. I really wish we had spent more time um, doing just goofy stuff than worrying about if you made your bed and that kind of stuff. And she's done really well. She has two great, beautiful children. You all got to meet Ava Lynn during the live from Myrtle Beach. She asked Papa John all the time, when do we get to do that again? So the easy answer is I will be in Virginia for Easter in April. So we may do a quick live together in April. And then we will be back at the beach again in June. So we will broadcast together from the beach again because she's very excited. And then it's funny because the little grandson, of course, then he's like, well, I want to be part of that too. And I'm like, you know what? You most certainly can because you all are only young once. And I hope that it makes positive and precious memories for them. And I also hope that it helps them with some public speaking in that. I have never been very fearful of public speaking. I've always had jobs that required me to do presentations and all that, and I've always kind of done well. I remember when I was teaching a few years ago, I had a student that literally hid under my desk, was hoping that I wouldn't notice where he was, uh, because he had to stand up and do a book report, and ended up he did not stand up and do the book report. He came back after one of the classes, and where it was just the two of us, and he kind of walked me through his book report and that. But this poor kid had such anxiety. There was absolutely no way that I would have tried to force something on him. I don't know why we do that sometimes with students and think that they'll just get over it. I think it does more harm than good. But I do think it is a skill that we don't teach enough. I know fear of public speaking is like the number two right behind going to the dentist. So I think it's something that's important. And if I can help my grandkids kind of navigate that a little bit, I think it will help them in life. And if not, you know what? They'll find a career where they don't have to be out in front and they don't have to speak. And that works too. We all have our gifts and we all bring different contributions to the table. I happen to be a radio and television major, was my major in college. If you had told me 30 something years ago that I would have a channel on a um, device like YouTube and that there was even such a thing going to be possible, I would have thought you were crazy. But I never thought I'd have a car that I bring home and plug into the wall and charge either. So, you just never know with where society is going to take us and what's going to go on. And yeah, that's what makes life amazing for us. Um, you see, Nightbot keeps bugging you. Please give me the thumbs up. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. That just means so much to all of us YouTube creators. Zaza's in the house. Thanks for being here tonight. Hey, Luane, thanks for joining. I have missed you. I have not caught up on your channel lately, but I hope things are going better and well for you. You are an amazing guy, and I love your sense of humor. Katrina says, my box is in the living room sitting in the corner. I need to get my son's Advent together. He's getting tequilas. Katrina says, have you gotten? I have not received my Open Gate box yet, and I don't believe it has shipped yet. I did get my monthly subscription box. It's actually sitting on the table behind me, and I will be doing a recording unboxing of that this week to get posted. I'm actually way behind on that, but I have not gotten the Advent box yet. So I don't think, seems to me Monique typically ships those around the 15th of November, but I don't remember. I don't think she has nearly the volume that some of the others do. Katie Kraft says, I bought Missouri Stars again this year. Friend also bought one, and we are going to open them together. I just think it's so awesome. And I love the people that go, well, I'm glad that you all act like, they gifted you something, but you paid for it, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I'm well aware that I paid for it. I know that I paid full price for it, but that is what we call a ho, ho, ho to John. And it is something that brings joy to me, and it's something that I am able to afford. And so I consider each thing in there a special gift for me and for my quilting. I don't want to say habit, but it is this crazy world of quilting. Loine said he did his own advent box this year because he's been buying from Missouri Star Quilt all year. You go, fella. I so understand that. I love that. Zaza says, I love all the sewing advent calendars available in the US, but postage is expensive. So I definitely, or she'd definitely be getting one. Jackie says, have you done the Ginger Quilter Christmas box? I did. I did do Ginger Quilter last year. There were things in the box that I liked. She did a clock last year that I've yet to do the project. I've gotten it out a couple of times to do. She also did a lot of, I know, one or two pieces of jewelry. She did a pink mug and some things. I just felt like it just didn't resonate with me. I think Ginger does a nice job on her boxes, and I think she does a very high quality. But it just happened to be something that didn't resonate with me, so I decided not to participate with her this year. And I really did not plan to do three. Somehow I ended up with three boxes. Katie says it's 52 there today. How crazy is that? Oh, Stephanie says the quilt I was talking about that Russ just finished is one of her beginner friendly quilts, one of the patterns that she designed that I could do it. So I need to look at it. When he showed me that today, I fell in love with that pattern and actually liked I love the colors and the fabrics that he put together. So definitely think it's one that I could do with Tula and really have a lot of fun. Hey, Katie, thanks for being here tonight. Always fun to see Katie in the house. We are going to spend some time together tomorrow and have so much fun together. And let's see. Zalta said it's 43 there, bitterly cold north wind. No, it's awful. No, I'm not ready for cold weather. BBMK says, I believe they were able to open this early. Yeah, I couldn't either as far as our ski resort and that. It's just kind of crazy. Um, oh, Katrina says she's planning to quilt baby tops tomorrow. She has four that need to be quilted. You know what? We do what we need to do to get it done. I know BBMK just ended up doing a bunch of baby quilts too for her husband's work. So yeah, it's just amazing. Everybody always has something that they like. All right. So, guys, wow, I'm at 1 hour and 49 minutes. Chat has been amazing tonight. I so appreciate each and every one of you. Um, it's just been so much fun having you all here. Reminder, tomorrow is the holiday quilting bee. If you're retired, if you're home, if you're able to join, that's great. It is 3 hours if you want to join for all 3 hours, or if you want to join for 30 minutes, or it will be recorded and posted. If you want to catch up later, that's amazing. We will be working on the Farmhouse Blues pattern together. I know Kelly's Cruises is bringing, I think she's working on something for Christmas instead. Bring whatever you want. It's just a chance for us to chat and be together. You'll get to hear a couple of special guests tomorrow, and then look for the posting on Tuesday about Thanksgiving and all the fun stuff that's going to happen there. So, with that said, with tomorrow coming up and that, I don't want to run any later tonight, but I so appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, happy crafting.